Hey everybody, it's Mike coming to you from Vaught RV. Are you shopping for a couples camper? I've got a really nice one behind me here. It's a J-Flight 24 RBS. That's a rear bath with a slide. Now this is a full-on J-Flight as opposed to an SLX model. Costs a few bucks more, but there's some features that come in the regular J-Flight that don't come in the SLXs, like larger propane bottles. We have a window in the end of the slide room, and we have really nice alloy wheels, not steel wheels, that come up in the SLX models. So let's walk around on the outside before we go on the inside. Power tongue jack up here that's lighted. This makes hooking and unhooking a breeze. Again, larger propane bottles. We have 30s instead of 20s for those longer camping trips. Now we're in aluminum on the outside and a nice power awning with an LED light strip. Speakers integrated into the exterior wall. Really nice. I have power stabilizing jacks down here, not to be confused with leveling jacks. A lot of people see these jacks and assume that they're for leveling. They're not. The last thing you're going to do once you get this thing set up, leveled, unhooked, you're going to level it front to back with the tongue jack, and then you're going to level it side to side by putting something under the low side of the wheels. Then you're going to lower your stabilizing jacks just to stabilize and minimize movement on the inside of the trailer. Now we've got magnet catches on our pass-through storage up here. This little platform right here goes into a fitting in the back called a J-port, and you get a griddle with this. It's a 2-burner griddle. We'll leave it in the box until you buy this, but it's pretty neat because there's a propane quick connect in the back you can hook that up to. I already told you about these larger propane bottles. We have diamond plating up here. This is the area that gets beat up from rocks and stuff, and the diamond plating minimizes any scratching and dents from normal use and travel. Opposite side of the pass-through here, it's locked, but I think you get the idea. We're all the way pass-through on this. We have a furnace vent right here and our potable water fill. So best practice is to put a few gallons in here for your trip so you can wash your hands, flush the toilet, what have you during the trip. No need to really fill this up. If you fill this up, you're just hauling weight around unnecessarily. So keep a few gallons in there. Unless you're going to go off and camp in the boondocks without any water, then you're going to want to fill it up, and that's where you'll do it. Again, since we're in a regular J-Flight, we get windows in the sidewall of the slide out. That doesn't happen in the SLX models. Now we have a detachable 30 amp power cord right here. You just give it one little twist and pull it out. I have the AC running in there, so I don't want to pull it out right now, but it's real easy to hook up. Gray and black holding tank valves right under here, easily labeled. Single outlet for evacuating your holding tanks. Right here's where you'll put your hose on. And again, we have our stabilizing jacks in the back, just like the front. You can pop the end of this out and store some sewer hoses in here, as long as they don't have that fancy fitting on the end or a 90-degree fitting. But you know what else that's good for? Fishing poles, right? Fishing poles fit in there really nicely. We do have a little hitch receiver in the back here if you want to put like a bike rack or a little luggage rack for firewood or a grill or what have you. Real handy. Outdoor shower that's both hot and cold here, so if you're at the beach, got those sandy feet, the dog just went and rolled in something stinky, here's the place to take care of that right here in the back. He can shake till his heart's content. Here's your main water connection. So this is the main water supply. When you get to your campground, you're going to hook it up here with a water pressure regulator, of course, best practice. Now you'll have water plumbed on the inside. Right next to it is the black tank flush valve. So I suggest keeping a separate hose just for use on this to rinse out the inside of your black tank. Helps keep that black tank clean at the end of the trip or before you're going to store this for a while. Hook it up there, open up your valves first, and let it run and let it spray in there. It does a nice job keeping them clean. Now sneaking around to the the fun side, as I call it, where all the action happens, next to our awning and everything, we have a little drink refrigerator, so keep your favorite beverages handy right here on the patio side. And a little space here to put maybe a coffee maker or what have you, with a utensil drawer below. Now, I mentioned, oh, well, here's the switch for the stabilizing jacks as well, right there. Now, I mentioned the J port for the griddle that's up front. It's gonna fit right in this right here, and then here's your propane quick connect. So right here's where your griddle will be, right next to your refrigerator, so you can get your beverage and do your cooking right here. Essentially an outdoor kitchen assembly. Let me know what you think about that. Easy to pop it in there. Refrigerator in this little space. A lot of people like to be able to cook on the patio side. What do you think? Important? Yes? No? Maybe? Let me know what you think. This is your water heater. It's a direct spark ignition. So that means it's gonna run off electric or propane. Going down the road, you can keep it running. You can run this from propane, get to where you're going with no electrical hookups, turn it on propane, and you'll have hot water in just a few minutes. If you have satellite at your campsite, or cable, I should say, at our campsite, and you plug it in the other side, now you'll have it on the patio side and power right here. And then you can hang your television right here. We'll give you a bracket, a universal mounting bracket that you can mount a TV in the bedroom, pop it off and take it out here. Then you'll have TV on the patio side. Like these nice alloy wheels, these aren't cheap, just steel wheels that are gonna rust after a while. These are nice alloy wheels. And as is always the case with Jayco, these are Goodyear Endurance tires. They're American made with a 6-year warranty. When you combine that with Jayco's famous 2-year warranty, which is 2 full camping seasons, and the fact that the roofing membrane is warranted for 20 years, it's a pretty stout warranty. All reasons that my wife and I bought a Jayco way before I was ever talking about Jaycos on videos, and long before I was ever selling Jaycos. Now, on our entry door, I like this too with the mainline J flights. Nice wide entry door and these beautiful Moride steps, which are adjustable. So I can adjust each one of these legs simply by pushing in on this tab and adjusting each leg if I'm on uneven ground. It goes up in here and stows like this for travel. Release it there and deploy the steps when you get to your campsite. Now, when I'm going in and out of the coach, I'm not transferring motion to the rest of it. Maybe you're the early riser and you can sneak out in the morning for coffee and not wake up your spouse. This is really a true couples camper, and I'll show you why. So let's go on the inside and have a look. Okay, now we're on the inside of this 24 RBS. If I didn't mention it earlier, we're about 28 feet long, less than 6,000 pounds. So this is not a huge trailer, but it's a true couples trailer. We don't have bunks. This is designed with a couple in mind. Now, in the event that you do have a guest with you, grandchild, your sister, your brother-in-law that you didn't know was going to go camping with you, you can drop this table down and convert this into a pretty nice sized bed. Again, as I always say, whether or not you disclose that this turns into a bed is entirely your business. But it's truly a couple's camper with a queen bed in front, sofa, perfect viewing angle with the TV. So let's get down and talk about this thing for a minute. I love this backsplash material. All right, I should say material. It's simply a smooth surface, but it looks 3D. It looks like actual real tile. And when we first got these in, I had to touchy-feely to make myself believe that that wasn't actual real tile. I'm a big fan of that. I'm also a big fan of this countertop material, which lets Jayco do a true undermount sink. So just like a residential application, it's easy to wipe this off if you're preparing dinner and keep it clean. You have a strainer on one side, cutting board on the other, the high-rise gooseneck faucet. Now this is in the modern farmhouse decor, which has proven to be by far one of the most decor options that Jayco offers. You've got storage up above here. These are all solid maple cabinets. You got wood core styles that are pocket screwed and glued together, not stapled. So it's really a sturdy cabinet build. always with Jayco. Same way with the drawer fronts. These are all solid maple drawer fronts. These are full extension drawer glides with ball bearing drawer glides. Costs a few more bucks for Jayco to do that, but as an RVer myself, I can appreciate that. Moving over to our cooktop, we have a 3-burner Furrion cooktop. I'll turn on the backlight there, as well as the oven light. Not a huge oven, but big enough for pizzas and pot pies and those kinds of things. You can drop down this cover here as well. I wouldn't put a whole lot of weight on this. This is glass, so I wouldn't like be using it as a cutting board or anything, but it does give you a little more prep space. Now this is vented to the outside, just like home. It's lighted and vented, so you can get those frying bacon smells out of here to tempt your neighbors next door, right? And then we have a little microwave above here as well. Again, not huge, but big enough for warming up leftovers. A lot of people ask me, what is this thing down here? It's where your breakers and your fuses are. They're all labeled nicely here to take the guesswork about what each one of these goes to. Now on this unit, we ordered it with a 12-volt refrigerator. I love these 12-volt refrigerators because they are compressor fridges. They work just like your refrigerator at home, and it's considerably larger than a typical RV gas absorption fridge. This is running off 12 volts all the time. You're going down the road, your truck is sending a charge line to your batteries are keeping this happy. If you don't have any source of power, truck's not running, don't have shore power, this is still running off your batteries. And it will continue to do so, certainly overnight. Depends on how many beverages you're reaching for and the condition of your batteries in terms of how long it will run without power. But as soon as you hook up to power, you're charging your batteries and this will run in perpetuity really. Or if you have a generator or solar, that'll all help with this too. Now all Jayco units are solar prep. Some of them we order with solar, some we don't. Even if we didn't order them with solar from the factory, you can add solar later if you'd like. We can tell you what's all involved with that if you want to give us a call sometime. Now, our entertainment center right here, we have an Insignia brand TV. This is a Best Buy brand, serviced by Best Buy. So we have our TV, our iRV technology radio with USB in, and also this is Bluetooth. So the neat thing is you can stream content from your phone through this, push it through the speakers up here, or push it to the speakers out on the patio. Little storage cubby right here, and then storage down here below as well. And then we've got smoked glass in this storage compartment above the TV. Now this AC, we're in a 30 amp coach here, so we have one AC that's fully ducted, so you can adjust these and point these whichever direction you like. If you want to cool this thing down really fast and you came in from a height, just open up this valve right here, boom, like that. Now all the air is coming out of here. My wife calls this the hot flash vent. Not sure why. Actually, I think I know. All the cold air is coming out right here. Now one thing I like about this is we have this little trifold deal. So I can actually lift this up like so and drop it down. Not big, probably not big enough for a 6-foot tall guy like me, but a child could actually sleep here, someone short. So I kind of like that flexibility. You do have a little more storage underneath here for blankets, stuff you don't need to access real often. If I pop this back, this is something new that Jayco started doing, is put a little console thing in the middle with cup holders. So I always like to think about TV viewing angle, because how important is watching TV when you're camping, right? Well, not to everyone, but hey, the game might be on, so I can sit here, have my beverage, boom, straight across from the TV. I'm not craning my neck to the right or left to watch TV. This is actually a perfect TV viewing angle. Let's go up and check out the bathroom. Lots of natural light in here because of the skylight over the shower area, and we have a vent right here too. It's a powered vent. Kick that thing on to pull the humidity out of here after a shower. It's the best practice. One thing that strikes me as unique about this floor plan is the ginormous storage right here. Check out all this closet storage with your closet rod up on top. Usually on a sub 30-foot trailer, you'll get maybe at best a shirt closet up next to one of the beds, which we do have here, but also in this case we have that great amount of storage there. A medicine cabinet up here with shelf storage above and below. That's nice. And then got a little bit of storage under here too. Now, again, since we're in a regular mainline J-Flight, not the SLX, we have a porcelain toilet, not a plastic. It's a porcelain foot flush. I'm 6 feet tall. There's plenty of room in here. So stepping up into the tub shower combo right here, it's not huge, but it's big enough. I only plan on spending about 5 or 6 minutes a day in this anyway, so I can take a shower. Got plenty of headroom up here. So neat little bathroom set up here. Now let's go up in the front to the bedroom area. I've got a curtain for privacy and a half wall here. So in the event that you do have guests, or maybe your spouse gets up before you do, goes out there, you have a little privacy here. Now we've got a queen bed. Again, I've got a little bit of storage on either side of the bed. There's shelves on that side, and then there's a closet rod there for shirt storage. And then little cubbies up on top here for, again, maybe things that you don't need quite as often, but you need some more storage. Speaking of more storage, just lift up on the bottom of the bed. It's got gas struts, and it reveals this area under here, which is a perfect place to kick the shoes out of the way so you're not tripping over them. And then you can see that reveals the space up front, the pass-through storage that you can access from the outside. Pretty decent mattress. This is a Serta mattress. If you want to put a foam topper on it to make it a little softer, more comfortable for your taste, you can sure do that. I always say shop around, and when you do, lift up the mattress of whatever trailer you're looking at and see what you see. In Jayco's case, you're going to see plywood here, not particle board or OSB. That's important because if you go into another brand and you see particle board there, chances are pretty good there's particle board under your feet and the floor and maybe up in the roofing structure. So important to pay attention to that. Up here's where we're wired for solar. So if you wanted to add solar to this unit, right here's where the charge controller would go, and we can do that later, or you can do it later, a year later, if you decide to do it. This is the little key block mount on which your TV would mount. We'll give you the bracket that goes to this. This is the one where I can unhook it here, carry it out on the patio, and then have TV out on the patio. This is a couples camper. I like it. We've got a lot of bunkhouse models, not quite as many couples camper models. This is the first one of these we've gotten in, 24 RBS, 24 RB, rear bath, S slide. One slide here. Not huge, like I said, it's less than 30 feet long. As always, if you're not sure if you can tow it with your vehicle, give us a call. We'll do a little research on your specific tow vehicle. Make sure you can tow it safely. And hey, since you've watched this long and you've endured this much of my gabbing, if you wouldn't mind taking a second and clicking like and subscribe below, we'd really appreciate it. It really helps us, and it also helps you to know the moment we post another video just like this, you'll be the first to know. Again, my name is Mike at Vaught RV. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Howdy everybody, thanks for joining me today. I hope you learned a thing or two from what I had to say. If you did and feel like it, then click subscribe below. And when I post a video, you'll be the first to know. See you next time.